when we came into this game, we just focused on playing really hard and making sure that we control the rebounds and play good defense. And I think we came out here and showed that Kenya is serious about playing and being in this tournament. And we just played hard the entire game.
I think we competed hard, like Derek has just said. We competed hard. We took care of business. There are some strengths that they had in terms of size that we were able to neutralize based on our aggression and intensity. And we controlled the boards well. That gave us the win.
Derek, you were the best scorer at this game with 19 points. You did a great game. Kenya win this game. He wants to know how are the next steps, how long you want to stay in this competition.
The plan is to win it all, just taking it one game at a time. I think our focus now is just to recover and get ready for the next game, Gabon. So now our focus changes to doing that.
Welcome. The first question goes to Bashwa Mukota. In the first day, in the opening game, Kenya beat Cote d'Ivoire with a very comfortable victory, 10 points difference. We want to know your assessment about this game of today.
We came in the game confident that we were going to take care of business, but down the stretch of the game, a few things didn't go our way. Like for example, like our shot selection down the stretch wasn't as planned, and also we had turnovers, and then the points of turnovers, as you can see, the points of turnovers. They had more points of turnovers. That they capitalized on that, and which was the difference in the game, if you ask me. On the rebounding part, we did pretty well. We out-rebounded them, but down the stretch, just maybe I think what really beat us, we shot ourselves in the foot with kind of our shot selection down the stretch. So I think that was the difference in the game. They were a little bit more patient with their possessions towards the end of the game than we were.
Mm-hmm. Nice. You didn't win this game, but nothing is lost yet. So what are your expectations for this competition right now?
Yeah, we just need to refocus and take good care of the shots that we are supposed to take, make better decisions, especially when the shot clock is running down. I think we forced shots, whereas we find somebody who's open to give just an extra pass and get a shot off the buzzer. And then we need to do a better job, be a lot more disciplined on the offensive end by keeping the floor well spaced. And I think we'll get back in it.
Thank you. This is the second game of the competition. This game you lost. You will change your strategy. Which strategy are you going to have in the next step?
It depends on whom we're meeting next. We need to actually identify who exactly we are meeting next, because after this loss, we're not sure whether we're number 1 or 2. And we see who we are meeting next, and we'll strategize accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask a question to the player. How can you explain this situation of 3 points? Because your statistic in 3 points was very, very bad.
Yeah, as I said before, I think when it comes to that, it comes down with the shot selection. Highly contested shots have a lower percentage chance of going in. So as players, we basically have to make a better decision. We only shot, damn. We were terrible, man, from the 3. And 3 for 23, that's
just so bad.
We can't win a game like that. So it comes down to the difference in this game, as I said before, it was a shot selection. So 3 for 23 is kind of damn. So we just have to come together as players and talk to each other and get back to the drawing board and find more wide open shots. We have a better percentage when we're shooting wide open shots rather than highly contested shots. So so it just comes down to that. So that was the difference in the game. If you watch the game, the highly contested shots, lower percentage. So can't really be explained. Can't really be explained. But I know we are a resilient team. We are a very tough team. And this is not going to deter us from our main goal, which is we came here to get the gold. And that's not going to deter us from anything. Nothing is lost. If we dig ourselves out in the hole, we have to dig ourselves out. So it's not a problem. I know my teammates will respond. We will respond. Coach will give us good strategies, and we're going to get back into it. So stay tuned. We're still here. Kenya is still here.
Coach, how do you evaluate your team's game today, and what are the biggest challenges experienced today?
Well, actually, we lost. We didn't we didn't win, like you said.
Yes, I'm sorry. Morocco beat Kenya 55-47.
No, I think we didn't stay within our game plan. Some of the things that we tried to work on to correct, we did it good in the third quarter, but when we came back in the fourth quarter, we tried to push it, but we just didn't get the right shot. We give credit to Morocco because of the pressure they put on our guys, and that forced bad decisions. And we lost the game.
Now to the player, Eric, how do you evaluate your individual performance today in today's game?
It's the quarterfinals, so you have to give it your all, otherwise you'll go home. So you have to leave everything there on the floor. And for me personally, individually, I think that's what I came to do on the floor. But in the first quarter, they scored a lot of three-point shots on us, especially by one guy, the number 22. He sunk like 4 3-point shots, and I think that's what we've been struggling to fight throughout the whole game. But if we would have locked him up, at least limit him to like 1 shot in that quarter, I believe that in the end of the day, would have been winners in this quarterfinals.
Thank you. And you lost 3 quarters today. Today we saw Kenya teams not as we usually see. You lost 3 quarters. You evaluate your performance in Afrobasket. Last Afrobasket 2019, Kenya placed in 2nd place. So how do you evaluate your performance in the 2nd edition of Afrobasket?
I think I expected us to do better, even though we have like 7 inclusions that were not there in the previous championship. That, in a way, we can say affected the team and the performance of the team. But still, it's a learning process, and I think even the team we had now, we ought to have done better. We ought to have done better than what we did today.
No, nice.
However, some flashes of inexperience showed up when pressure came.
To the post-game press conference, Kenya against Nigeria. Kenya beat Nigeria 61-59. Here with us, we have the coach from Kenya, Cliff Ou, and also the player, Bramwell Mombe. The first question is going to the player. How do you feel about your individual performance today?
I'm proud. I'm happy. I guess the work we put in is transitioning slowly to the game. So, but I cannot say it's me who has done it. It's my teammates who've made me shine. So, that's all.
Thank you, Coach. What were the key factors that contribute to your victory today?
We did talk, and I asked them that when you look at our game against Cote d'Ivoire, we've kind of like stepped out of our game plan. Some of the key things that we did that helped us win the game of Cote d'Ivoire, we are not doing. That has made us lose games that personally I believe we ought to have won. So we talked about it, we regrouped, and we did a couple of those things. They are bigger than us, we control the boards well. We did not take hasty shots. We tried to share the ball more than we did in the past 2 games, and that made a difference. We were more sober.
What are your expectations for the next game? You want to improve something in your team? How do you prepare the next game?
Definitely. It was a better performance, especially with 2 of our players out and the key players. So we are looking to see how, especially to give more time to the younger, new players so they're able to experience the moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ogechi. The first question will go into the player. Ogechi, first of all, I want you to tell us your thoughts about this game, and after, what were the highlights and memorable moments that you that was for you during this competition?
All right, speaking first on the game, it was a tough game. I think we started off well and played well through halftime, and then going into the second half, we kind of struggled there when they went into the press. Other than that, I think we came together and played well overall. But other than struggling with the press, I think we did phenomenal. And then experience about the tournament. This is my first time playing in it. So overall, everything was amazing, from the hotel to the Angola fans to personnel, FIBA, everything. So I just want to thank you guys. And then our fans at home were celebrating us and stuff. So I appreciate that.
Thank you. Coach, what were the main challenge your team faced in the games of today and in all competition?
Generally, what we turned over the ball a lot when we needed not to. At times that we just needed to keep our poise. We kind of like we were in a hurry. The occasions we would make good runs or great stops, and then there's just time we need to set the offense and let it run, make the opponents play some defense before we attack, but then we would get some open looks, and we still want to take it up there, but sometimes we'd miss, and that would give our opponents the momentum to get back to the game. So we just need to mature up, get more poise, and know how to use the clock better.
Thank you. The first Kenya is the vice champion of Afrocan. This time you couldn't get into the finals. What went wrong, and which are the next steps for Kenya team, and your all evaluation about your performance in this competition?
I still want to say, honestly, we ought to have done better. Getting knocked out in the quarterfinals, to me, would be like we've really done bad. But we take it because we also have to give Morocco the credit. They're not in the finals because they didn't prepare. They prepared well. And credit to Morocco, wish them all the best in the championship. But as for us, we need to go back to the drawing board. I know we also missed a couple of certain players that somehow did probably hurt us. Nevertheless, I'm still confident these young players like Ogechi is the youngest in the team as at now, who will come stronger in the next championship too, and we should be good enough to win it when we come.
You enjoyed participate here in Afrocan in Angola, and he wants to know your next steps as a player in this selection.
I definitely enjoyed playing in Afrocan. From now, I'm going to take my experience from here and just get better. I haven't signed with the team yet, so see what my agent and other teams are looking for, and then progress my career from here professionally.
Ele